Hey, it's Pete, and I wanted to actually show this to you in a film version. That way you can kind of see what the top works like. On the top, as you can see, you got a bonnet. The bonnet is basically, it covers all the mechanism. How the bonnet's held in is by a series of snaps. And I have most of the snaps intact. There are some that are missing, but your upholstery guy is going to be able to do that. Now, we added this little white flap to it because it shrunk. That's the biggest problem with the top on this car, is due to its age, everything shrunk. And I'll show you that when we go and get the actual top up. As you can see, the whole thing just unsnaps and lifts off. And I just used some SEM to re-dye this thing. I didn't have this remade. I just re-dyed it, so you're gonna see there's some red under there because this bonnet was originally red, which was hideous. So you take that little bonnet off here. And once you have the bonnet up and off, exposes the top. Okay, I got all my chairs in here still from the car show. Let me pull them out right quick. You don't really lose a lot of your trunk space. So, it doesn't have any rust up in here where they typically rut. It's all solid. The trunk pan's nice. I can get that up and off. Got the mat in there.
Build thread.
Yeah, I got pictures on my build thread too, I'll send you. So, you don't lose a lot of trunk space, which is a nice thing. I had 3 chairs in there. But now when we go to lift this thing up, and this thing is, pardon my French, it's a cluster screw. You gotta untuck it all. And the top comes off as a separate, you have 2 layers basically. So this is the actual roof skin. Then underneath here you have your bows. And that unrolls. Now, we had talked about this thing being shrunk, and this is where your issue is. Right here, this material along the middle is shrunk some, and we'll get it pulled out tight and latched down, but it's about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch short.
All right, go ahead.
Now, as I was telling you, right here you have a bolt hole, and right here you have a bolt hole. And what there was is another piano hinge, basically, another piece of this bow structure that goes like this. And what it does, you can tell if you push up on this, it's a piano hinge. So it just tension holds that, which makes this come up and give you a higher headroom. Even without that, you're still okay though. So what we're gonna do, you gotta pull it tight, and then we're gonna, at that point, you bring the top gets rolled over the entire car. And I don't really like this setup, but I mean, you could modify this if you wanted to. Flaps up over the front lockdown. The front lockdown has basically 3 pins on this front fiberglass piece. You slip it through them. And then, at that point, and this is where it's just shrunk. As you can see, it lines right to the hole, but you're just like a 1/4 inch short from a real easy snap down. When you get the new top put on, literally, you get a 1/4 inch on there, and it's gonna go plink and done. But with it being short and shrunk up, it takes 2 guys. And all you do is just press in, give it a whack. Come
Go
over
ahead.
this way. Now that the top's up, you can see that's where that little bar would go. And all that's going to do is push up on this center bow right there and give it a little more height right above the head of the person sitting in the car. Now, the top itself has a series of snaps also, and they just snap in. And then you see you've got pockets, and that was their attempt to make this thing a lot more waterproof. When you shut the door and you roll the windows up, the windows sit in these pockets, and that way it keeps the water from entering the cabin. Now, I told you about the rip on it, and it's right along the seam stitch, and then it's right up here. And once again, that's just due to this thing is shrunk down some. If it wasn't shrunk down, it wouldn't have ripped. Come on over to this side. Once again, you got a series of just pop tops. And there it is. And you got a little seam. It's just loose stitch in here. This is just a really old top on this thing. And you can see across the front how it sits on there with the fiberglass case there. So this is in a nutshell what it looks like with the top up. And it's complete with the 1970s bow tie on it for you there. Now when you're sitting in the car, this is what you see. That's the header panel. And then you've got your bow structure. And then you've got a little filler panel where the package tray would normally be. As far as seeing out of that rear view, no, or the rear window, not going to happen. It needs better plastic that's all kind of translucented up. Now to release the top, you've got 3 pull pins here. 1, 2, and 3. And all you do is literally give it a yank, pulls the tension off it and pops off. You can take it and you can just go like that as you do it and it'll pop it. You got to work one side to the other on it. I'll show you a little bit of the interior while we're in the car. Now notice the gauge cluster on this thing is not the greatest thing in the world. All the hardware on the door panels is new. Seat covers are new. Carpet's new. Lap belt set are all new. Console bin and all that is all purdied up. New shifter bezel plate, knob set. Got a new radio in it. I do have 2 temperature gauges because this one reads about 10 degrees off of that, but basically it runs about 190 even on the hottest days, and down here we're talking 100 degrees. It was 100 out the other day when we went to that show. It's got the delay wipers on it. And you got new sill plates. It's hard to see them, but. And then you got the little hump cover there, new rear seat covers. The rear armrest panels are the ones that came with the car. They're covered in like a vinyl, and I got new speakers back there. You had asked how the door shut on it, so I figure I'll show you that. Now, it's hard to see because it's a white car, but there is a ding right here in the door. And trying to see if you can get a decent angle on that. And that's really the worst part of the body as far as dings and dangs. And it's right here. It's not horrible, but it's there. The new 17-inch rims with caps, lugs, new tires, new brakes, new stripe kit, new side marker lights, new headlights, new nose marker lights, billet grill set is new, Z28 emblems front and rear are new. Door frame weather seals are new. Z28 tail light lens set is new. Fuel door emblem is new. Front and rear bumper cover were painted. And the paint's pretty good. You know, I'm trying to get you a little bit of an all around so you can see. I mean, is it shiny like a brand new paint job? No, but it's not flat either. It's got a good shine still to it. Could use a buff out, I'm sure. Windshield's good. So I took the top back down, setting in place. I'll fire it up for you here. Go ahead and you want to pop the hood. I think I got a header gasket leak back in there. You can hear it a little bit. Pings a little bit, so I'll probably get that taken care of if it's something you want. But a nice cam to it and a good sound. I'm gonna go behind it where you perk it up a little so you can hear it from the back. Then I'll show you as much as I can under here. That's the rear valence panel. And I told you I had a little spot, and that is right there. That's been treated and painted, so it's not going anywhere. Oh. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute, and just showing him what I can show him under here. Oh, golly, I'm getting too damn old for this. You can see the inner fender drops are all there. Piping's all new in it. It's like a 273 or something like that as far as the gearing. Now, if I can zoom in there. No, but you can see the box. You see my finger there? Yeah. You can see the subframe connectors up under there. Then I'll have, we'll lift it up here, I'll get you some better underside shots.
As you can tell, here is the front subframe. On the front passenger side, you have new sway bar end links, and those are the red bushings. Those are brand new sway bar end links. This is a thicker sway bar out of a Trans Am, the WS6 model, which is a lot stiffer, a lot more firm of a ride, and a lot better handling characteristics. And the bushings and under the front end that were bad were replaced. It does have all good bushings, all greasings, and most of the subframe is painted. There is very little rust, and most of it is just surface. I'm going to take a quick scan of the underbody here. Floor pans. All in excellent shape. The rears have been replaced. here is a quick scan of the driver's side. And these once again are the floor pans. Those are the new floor pans in the rear. There once again are the new floor pans. There's a front drain pan.